And if there's any kind of accommodation, they're always willing to work with us as well.
I think, yeah, one of their strengths, the leadership has been great.
I'm Agnes Stowicki, Managing Editor with Our Kids. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading private and independent schools to bring you insights into school programs, culture, traditions, and leadership. This includes insights from parents, alumni, and administration. This is the Our Kids Insider Perspective.
I think for us was, this is for our son, and this was 8 years ago. We were looking to enroll him in a school. We wanted to find a school that was small, a small community, because we felt he needed a little bit more of a hands-on approach. And when we visited Sunnybrook, it was actually IB, and it was a small community feeling. It was very welcoming, very warm. And looking at the type of person our son was, we realized this would be a great fit for him. I think he took to it right away, really. He was, the teachers are very welcoming. The staff is very welcoming. They made effort even before he started school to reach out to him to say, we're excited to welcome you into the classroom, which, he kind of, I guess, they started building a connection with him. And then as soon as he started, he was just excited to be there. Everyone was friendly, everyone was kind. The classrooms, were a good size. There were probably 17 to 20 kids. So he was able to get to know his classmates relatively quickly.
They were very accommodating. They had us paired up and get oriented before the school year started. The classrooms were bright and sort of very open. They did a lot of indoor, outdoor stuff. So he took to it right away. And so it's a good environment.
Oh gosh, there's so many. I'm thinking, what would be the one thing? I think it's that he knows everybody. He knows all the teachers, he knows all the students and all the grades.
Yeah. And it's not just unique to him. It's funny because across all the grades, we find like, the grade 2s all know the grade 6s and they all know each other's names and they interact. And so there really is a community feel. And I think he's enjoyed that over all his years there, that he feels he's part of it, the place. And then he sort of carries that on as well on the younger generations.
They take a real individual approach to learning, and they kind of work with the students and, see where their strengths are and what they need to work on. And they're very dedicated to work with the students.
Apart from that, it also checks some boxes for us. So, we were looking specifically for IB. So they had that. We were looking for co-ed. And, in Toronto, it's usually one or the other. So this kind of offered both. And we think our son really sort of appreciates that sort of those advantages. So, apart from the fact that it was very compatible for us, it also had some of those aspects that we were specifically seeking in a school, and it's worked for us well. Yeah. I think they did a good job sort of communicating and then giving us a feel. We'd done tours, we had the benefit of that. So it wasn't really too many surprises. We had a good sense of what to expect, and it kind of lived up to that.
I think agency, the teachers and the administration work very closely with the students. If they have an idea to want to do a fundraiser, they will support the students in, whatever endeavor they want to do. What I like, I think what we've seen is that there are a lot of like-minded families like us. We're all very hardworking. We're all invested in our child's education. Everyone is, kind, welcoming. We're all interested in each other's children as well. And yeah, I think we feel very comfortable and we enjoy interacting with the parents at Sunnybrook. I think one of the things is that he's probably read almost every book in that library. He's an avid reader. He loves the library. He's always reading. Another thing that really stands out is that he's really developed public speaking skills. And whether it's in presentations or just, speaking up at assembly, he's gained a lot of confidence, and I think he is proud of that. We've had a very positive experience. They're very approachable. So anytime we have any questions or just want to discuss anything, it's more of a partnership that they work with us. If there's anything we want to work on with our child, they are always available. So anytime we reach out to them, they are 100% available to us. And if there's any kind of accommodation, they're always willing to work with us as well.
I think, one of their strengths, the leadership has been great, especially like in these last few years with the challenges of COVID, and the communication has been very good. So as Pam said, very approachable, very accommodating. Any questions, any challenges, anything, they will stop everything and say, okay, let's sit down and discuss it. And as you mentioned before, it's more of a partnership. It's not, we're running this and you guys are the parents, and it's how do we come together to make this the best experience for your child or whatever the case. So it's been very positive. Yeah.
I would say it's the community feeling, a feeling of belonging, that your child will get to know everybody very quickly. They will, that the school works with you and your child. Should there be anything that you need to kind of discuss and work on to best support your child. They're forward thinkers. They adapt quickly, especially during COVID. The school adapted very quick to virtual and continued the program seamlessly, and kept parents and families abreast of everything that was going on. I think that's more than 3. Is there anything that I'm missing?
No, that says it best. They, open communication, and they foster an environment that, is good for the child to thrive. And if there's any challenges, they're on top of it.
I think for us, what really helped was when we actually did the tours of the school. We are actually paying a lot more attention to the students and how they were interacting with us, and also how they were interacting in class. And Sunnybrook, what we noticed was the students were very positive, very upbeat, very respectful, sociable. We had someone give us a tour, and they were very knowledgeable, very confident, spoke very well. And that gave us a great impression of the school, because if the students are happy, then we know that, they're doing something right.
Yeah, that definitely left a strong impression. Because we did a lot of tours with different schools, but something about that place stood out when we saw how the kids were interacting with each other. They were interacting with us as visitors. They were great ambassadors for it, and they weren't on. They were just being themselves at school. So we got a firsthand look at that. When looking at Sunnybrook or any school, really, I think there's certain criteria that if you're looking for, co-ed, if you're looking for IB, or specific size, or very athletic and resource heavy environment, do check that out and see if this is a good fit and if this is compatible for what your needs are. So what we did is, in advance, we went through those and we found that, okay, this has all the elements. And then when we saw the students, we said, well, it's got that component too. So.
For more information about this school, you can visit their profile at ourkids.net.